Yo, is Faith and Stevie J dead wrong for getting married?
No, they're not. They're not. They're not. It's all a game.
I don't know.
It's all for the ratings.
I mean, hey, whatever. Love is love, I guess. But I have to say that video though, it was kind of weird looking at.
Yeah, that video was weird. And on top of it, Stevie J is Christopher Wallace's godfather. So, like, does that make him like?
You mean Junior?
Junior, rather. Yeah. But I mean, like, is that like the godfather's stepfather? Like, how does that fall on the family tree?
He steps in, man.
So Godfather becomes your father. So yeah. God made him his father.
That's crazy. That's a crazy way of putting it.
Niggas is messy in these streets. I ain't gonna lie.
That whole life. Stevie J's whole life is kind of messy.
Yeah,
his whole life is messy.
I appreciate him for it though. I do.
But don't you think that when it comes to like a certain level of success, there's going to be some messiness?
It has to be.
Oh, yeah.
That's what makes it interesting, though.
Well, definitely. I guess before we get into it, I'm Brandon Killabh.
I'm Erin Ashley Simon.
I'm Regular Nas.
And before you listen to us, make sure you subscribe right now and also hit the notifications if you want to catch more of our episodes.
You bodied that. I felt that. If I was a new listener, I would subscribe. I would. Word. I would.
You have no choice.
Yeah, I really have a choice. I'm subscribed anyway. But, yeah, so back to it. I think... we were talking about this earlier. I feel like that whole bad boy era was just messy. I think everyone was fucking. Honestly, I do.
Word.
Like when them rumors came out,
how you know?
Word.
How you know?
Because Diddy's from Mount Vernon. That's why.
What does that have to do with it? You stay trying to rep Mount Vernon.
Always. I'm always gonna rep Mount Vernon.
Oh my God, you're not even from there.
Don't ever play me.
God. Yo. All right, breaking news. 50 Cent and Floyd are back at it again, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, snap.
Floyd, Money Mayweather.
This whole friendship to me is confusing.
Frenemies.
Like, yeah, I'm all for the jokes, and I'm all for like people just beefing with each other just because I think it's funny. But God, talk about beefing. Like they just go. I feel like this is like a never-ending beef. Like they've been beefing for the longest.
Yeah, because they're frenemies, man.
Yeah, but and that's when it's dangerous.
Exactly.
Because a friend know mad shit about you.
You know what it makes me think about? It makes me think about the Family Guy scene where he's fighting the chicken. And that shit just keeps going and going and
it's
going.
On site. It's on site.
It's on site. Yeah, it's on site as soon as I see you. But so for the fans and listeners that are not aware, 50 and Floyd have been going back and forth. 50 posted something earlier this weekend, pretty much talking about how, you know, there's a girl that is stating, or it's rumored that she's pregnant by Floyd. 50 went on to post about it and say, damn, you know, like you're supposed to be the man in a relationship, and now she's pretty much taking control of you and taking your money. And now Floyd pretty much responded and made a number of allegations.
With some missiles.
You know, he made mention of... He said that Kanye ended 50's career. He said that Interscope dropped him. And then he said that 50 apparently caught herpes from someone by the name of DJ. Yeah, there's a number of other. What else did he say? He said someone robbed him of he's got the creepers.
Creeper crawlers.
Someone robbed him of his G-Unit chain, but then it was found out that the G-Unit chain was fake. Then, which I ain't gonna lie, I kind of do agree with this. He said if he left Power, that people would still watch Power because everyone loves Ghost.
Listen, everyone in Power just needs to die. They're all annoying me.
Yeah.
They've been annoying me since season 1.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet.
The other shit is that, like, when friends start to get to this capacity, that shit's gonna go left, like, quickly. Especially just because Floyd ain't really all that petty. So it'd take a lot for him to kind of just say something. 50 is petty. Like, he already starting to talk about, you know, Future smashing his baby moms his girlfriend or whatever's happening right now. Like, I don't know. What do y'all got? What do y'all think about this shit?
It's gonna get messy, so messy. I think when it gets personal, you be airing out not only that person's dirty laundry, but then you end up airing out someone else's dirty laundry. That had nothing to do with the situation.
Yeah.
It's just like, but even more. You know, and it's just like, oh.
Is 50 dry snitching, though? Bringing up Future that had nothing to do with this?
Wait.
What was that comment?
Like, what did you say? The comment was snitching a snitch?
Yeah.
You snitching, big fella.
Snitching, big fella. That's wild, man. I would like to know, because again, they used to be really good friends. I would like to know like why.
Because it hurts that much, man. With that betrayal, whatever happened, transpired between them, whatever happened between them, it hurt both of them. And they two tough guys, so they can't admit that they hurt.
Yeah, neither one of them would ever admit that.
That my feelings are hurt.
Yeah.
You know?
Even though I think I remember this whole shit started again because Floyd sent a text message to 50 saying he was hurt about some shit, that he didn't have the right to talk about some shit like that. And then 50, of course, in true classic 50 form, went on to go and then
did it for the grid.
Listen, man, hey champ, and put it on there, hey champ, my bad, I hurt your feelings and all this other shit. Like, damn, like, does 50 have loyalty to anyone when you think about it?
I think he's just he's 50, man. I don't think he was showing a lot of compassion growing up.
Well, that too, but I wonder, to Erin's point, when does doing it for the gram go wrong? Like, when is it too much?
But if he don't care,
but who doesn't care, 50 or Floyd?
50, clearly.
I just think it's foul play when you have a one-on-one conversation with your friend in a text message or even phone calls, and then you air it out to the whole world. Like, especially when Kanye did that, that's foul. Like, it's one thing if your friend was on social media going back and forth with you, but it's another if they're specifically texting or even calling you to have that conversation, to be open and vulnerable, and then you just or to try to understand that other person's perspective, and then you just tell the whole world on social media, I had this conversation or this is that. Like, that's a foul.
Corny.
That's foul.
We can't
that's
be
so
friends.
foul.
We can't be friends. No
Yeah,
more.
but even at 50 posts, him talking about how Future's is fucking his girlfriend, you could tell 50 was hurt.
Yeah,
like,
he had to do something.
He needed to say something to combat these allegations. Those are some wild allegations. Herpes, bankruptcy, and
herpes.
That. These are some wild allegations. Like
herpes, the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, the
creepy crawlies,
the goosebumps.
See you in hell, motherfucker.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's a bad rumor, man. That's like
herpes.
The herpes is not the move, kid.
ain't going away.
Yeah.
No, it's like luggage. That's what you forever.
It's like child support for some people. Ain't going away.
That's what you forever. Man.
He said it's like luggage.
That's what you forever.
Damn, yo, this shit gonna be messy the entire weekend. I'm for it.
Yo,
I guess we gotta keep our eyes on the ground then.
Yeah, basically at this point, who if someone could step in and fix this situation right now, who would it be?
Oprah.
50 is not listening to Oprah, and neither is Floyd.
She's gonna be like, you were two excellent black men, wealthy black men. What, we gotta be there for each other.
Yeah, you think Mona could fix it?
No,
She's gonna make a show out of it.
Mona have a Love and Hip Hop Las Vegas mashup of the year.
It's gonna be Mona and Mayweather Productions.
Yeah, word. That should probably be hard too.
Yeah, who is a mutual friend of both of them?
I'm sure they got mad mutual friends though. You know, Floyd is
big enough to grab their ear.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm sure.
Well, the only one I could think of, but he ain't gonna be on Floyd's side, is T.I.
Oh, hell no, he's not
T.I.
gonna Floyd.
No,
Yeah, hell
absolutely
no.
not.
Hell no.
T.I. Who else could be a mutual?
T.I. is not.
Well, no, I was saying, but you're asking for mutual. But I was saying,
I'm sure there's multiple people that we can think of. You can name like even actors. You know what I'm saying? Like there's mad people. Yeah, there's mad people that I'm sure you could put them in the same room and they all would be able to know people, because that circle, I'm sure, of just wealth is just
Can you
something
imagine
different.
Obama walking in?
he'd be like, see right here,
Curtis,
we need you to be better for America.
I think we can do better.
Curtis,
we just make
Curtis,
sure that Curtis, you stay off the ground.
Curtis, Floyd, you niggas are wild.
Us as Americans, us niggas got to stick together, and that's what's got to happen. So, but yeah, I don't really know. This shit gonna get interesting. I keep saying that between 50 and now obviously Floyd and 50 and I'm waiting for 50 and the whole Jim Jones shit to implode, because they be going back and forth to the point
they're
where
not friends, they're associates.
Yeah, like I don't really think that's friendship. Like they be going hard, and I feel like it's gonna take that one joke to where one of them is gonna be like, all right, no, I'm not playing with you no more. It's on site. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if is it on site right now when you think about it for Floyd and 50 though?
Nah.
Right?
I think it'll be a heated argument.
Yeah.
And I think 50 will start laughing, and that'll get Floyd agitated.
Yeah.
And we gonna do chant.
Yeah. Didn't they square off at one point? it was rumored that they got into a fight or some shit like
I
that.
thought that was T.I.
No, it was 50. It was 50. They apparently got into a fight or whatever.
Even though Mayweather is done, technically he is viewed. Could he be viewed as like a weapon or like? You know how like
He's still,
for people who have black,
yeah.
you know how for people who have black belts they can't fight people
Them
because
hands
they're
are definitely
viewed as
still
like
registered.
dangerous and like a weapon. Would he be considered like something? Technically, he can't fight.
Well, the other shit.
he can't fight then.
The other shit that's crazy with this though is Shanika, which is 50's baby mom, then went and put a picture of Usher sipping tea, like looking like I'm not saying shit. So
You know what's funny about that picture though? 50's accused of having herpes.
And so that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. I thought the irony of choosing
She's
Usher
a good
picture.
one.
I see what you did there, Shanika. I see what you did there.
Yo, she.
Queens in the house.
Word. That was smart. I see what you did there.
Oh man.
I don't know though. This shit gonna get messy.
Them petty levels, oh man, them petty
I
levels.
love petty levels. This is great. This shit just made my fucking day. Lord, I love all this petty shit. It's the best shit ever.
You know what's petty? That's making fun of his shirt.
Yo, speaking of, I have a question. Would they allow that shirt in Mount Vernon?
It don't matter what they allow. Hold on.
Oh shit! There's little corgis on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you thought it was all floral. There you go. There you go. You thought it was all floral, right?
No, that made it worse.
There's a little dog in there. I don't care about
I wasn't making fun of your shirt. I was like, oh, it's a nice flower shirt. I don't
Yeah,
mind that, like a Hawaiian shirt. But then I
they
see like,
actually-
Yeah, you see that, right?
Yeah, Britt and Erin was feeling you up. I said that shit.
yeah, I don't know. I'm on the fence now. You got little,
Push your ass over.
especially how them dogs look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, there's one looking from the back. Yo, look back at it. There's a dog that's looking back at it.
I'll be honest.
Man.
I love my shirt, man.
Man, that shirt is nice. It is nice. Fucking yeah. I'm not surprised. I feel like when all of them were all in the midst of being big celebrities and being big artists during that time, and especially just being in the music business in that capacity, everyone is fucking. It's the same way when you hear like let's say like you have like Drake or somebody, and then you have I don't know, fucking Future. Like, oh, she's dating this one person now, and I was dating. Like, I'm never surprised. It's such a small circle in music that I'm not really bothered by it. Now, do I think it's a little messy?
A little messy.
I think it's a little messy. I don't know how that sit down went with the Wallaces and the Jays. I don't know how that went, but.
I don't know why anyone would be not surprised about them getting together, but like surprised about the messiness because like people were fucking back then and they're still fucking now.
Yeah,
it's just kind of like away from social media.
Yeah.
And maybe not as much because back then like you could get away with anything and everything. Like we all know all them celebs that we look upon as great and amazing. They all were fucking and doing their thing and you know, and even some crazy shit that we found out, people being pedophiles and stuff like that because there wasn't any social media. But now it's a little bit harder, but it's even more of a skill if you're fucking with someone and you don't and no one knows because of social media.
You're a
that's some
ninja.
skill. You're a higher ninja.
Yeah, I think there's there's rankings. Like you're a master ninja when you can evade. Even though they were super messy on social media, I've been saying the shit.
So what's
that
the
I thought
level?
that they were fucking.
What's the level of fucking on the low? What's that?
So there's entry level fucking.
That's a crazy diagram.
So there's entry level fucking. Yeah, it's entry level fucking.
So what would that entail? What would that look
that
like?
just comes in and you just fucking, but you don't really know how to maneuver. You know, you don't know what's happening.
So is that like is that like going up in the club, grabbing someone, be like, and you walk out the club together, and paparazzi's right there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
pretty
one.
much.
Okay.
Then there's supervisor fucking. Now, supervisor fucking is when you've stepped up, you've kind of learned things a little bit. You know how to maneuver these net streets. And then there's the master level. The master level is when you throw that little ninja ball down on the ground and mad dust appears, and then mad hoes are just around and they just disappear.
Ninja level is when you get one person, go up to that person and tell them to meet at a specific spot. Then there's a car there, but you're not in that car, and that car is still there, and someone's in the car. They tell you to give them their phones. strip down, they take you to the location, and it happens. And yes, I heard this is actually a story from a celebrity, but I will not say who it is.
I'm like, yo, that sounds like a hostage situation. Like,
No, they literally
where ransom is involved.
They literally got the person into the car. Their security or someone was in the car, told them to strip down, give the phone, and then they also, of course, the NDA. Obviously, people sign NDAs, but we don't, people don't abide by that entirely, obviously. But they got in the car, stripped down, gave the phone, dropped them off. They did the deed, came back, got in the car, gave them the phone. But the thing, too, is they allowed them to see where they were going.
Yeah.
That's another thing, too. That's bad crazy.
I can't wait to get to Hollywood. I can't wait.
I really feel, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like you're gonna go to shit. I pray for you.
Not with this shirt.
This shirt and all.
Yeah,
this
I think that shirt and all. I really pray every night.
Yo, you need to get a corgi and then you'll be all right. They'll be like, oh, it's a cute dog.
Yo,
I can't wait.
I just feel like
I'm built for Hollywood.
No, but that's the problem. I feel like you're gonna end up like if they ever do a documentary about us, like a 30 for 30 type of documentary, it's gonna be like, yeah, everything was going great, and then Nazim caught on to the drugs, and then it was all downhill from there. You're gonna be one of them niggas that's just out wilding, like walking down the street naked. I guarantee you're gonna end up on the boulevard naked. I'm sure there's gonna be mad sex scandals and shit.
I just hope y'all have a tissue when y'all tell a story like, yo, I miss my dog.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, he had so much potential.
Just say, yo, can we cut real quick?
And then the drugs hit in, and then I gotta get. Can I just have a moment, please? I can't do this right now. I gotta sell this shit.
Wait, is he gonna be like Bobby Brown?
Oh, yeah,
you gonna be the Bobby Brown of our group?
Yeah.
Yo, Bobby did the damn thing.
Well,
For a minute,
Bobby
and then
did
that
the
shit
dance.
just.
if I'm keeping it a buck,
Yo, he had.
I don't know if being the Bobby Brown of the group is such a bad thing.
He had Whitney.
Yeah, like he had Whitney. Bobby had hit records.
Yeah.
like he made some waves. So I don't know if that's a bad thing.
I'll take that. I'll allow it.
You just can't wear that shirt.
Thank you, E.
No, but that's gonna be the
Sorry, now
problem.
that I see the dogs, I can't help you.
I don't know, but that whole shit is crazy. Well, I guess in later news, Bobby Shmurda takes a 7-year plea deal in the gang case with that whole shit that happened with him. I guess my question is, I thought a lot about this, like reading this. I'm happy that he's finally getting out because that's dope. But I also think about it from the perspective of, all right, one, are we still checking for Bobby Shmurda when he gets out? Like, how does that work? Like,
I think people still are. I think he's still, I mean, obviously if Billboard and all these people are covering him, he's still relevant. And I think there's certain things that keep him relevant. Like, I think they were saying like there's beef with him and 6ix9ine. And if 6ix9ine's name's tied to it. But he talked about it on the Billboard. He was just like, nah, like he's like, I'm in jail. He's like, he's just a guy with rainbow hair. And I thought it was funny. And he's just expressing himself, I think that like, he's found ways to still make himself relevant. And I think another reason why he's still relevant is because it's not like he's in jail for 7 years. Like that's still enough time that if you're able to drop certain things here and there, you can still be relevant. If it was like maybe 15 or more, he would have been.
Well, Remy did 8, right?
Yeah, Remy did 8 or some shit like that. Yeah. Well, that's what I thought about. I thought about all of the big acts and artists that were, transcending up in their career and then fell on hard times with legal issues. So I thought about Shine. I thought about Remy. I thought about DMX. And then who was the other person I thought about?
Well, Shine's voice changed over that 10 years.
But that was my thing. Like, I wonder how his has changed. Like, because how old is Bobby Shmurda? Like, Bobby's
22, 23?
So
like that?
that's my thing.
No, he's maybe a little older than that. But he's still relatively young.
He's 23.
He's 23. But here's my thing. I think about his age and him in this space of music, and then I wonder, okay, is this one of those times where if he comes back out and can't adjust to how music is going now, and he drops that one record, do we dismiss him?
No, he's going to be fine. I mean, think about it, too. It's the perfect time for him to come back because New York's hot right now. Yeah. Especially with all, like, the independent artists and even the older artists are kind of, like, starting to buzz. New York is a lot hotter now than it was before in terms of, like, mainstream level.
Did he say that he's coming home in the beginning of 2020 or towards the end? His appeal is on 2020?
I think it's 2020, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but is it the beginning or maybe?
I don't know.
Well, I heard when he did that interview with Punch, on Instagram, that the video was on Instagram, he did mention one thing that I thought was interesting. I think that a lot of young cats might not have picked up on. Jail isn't the place. He said jail's not what's up. And he said, yo, if I could warn anybody, don't come here.
Well, yeah, I mean, for me, a part of that also is when you're in jail, you're trying to sell people that you're a changed person and you're trying to not be in jail. So I'm sure that goes into that. I also do think, though, he probably got to jail and was like, oh, shit, this shit is real. Like, I need to get the fuck up on out of here ASAP. So I think a lot of people think that or think that way coming out, or at least with some sort of common sense. I know people that really don't give a shit about jail, but for the most part, I'm sure that that's what his experience is. You figure you're going from living the lavishest of lavish lives, just fucking dancing all over the place, just doing whatever you want to being, in
time out.
Like you got to chill now. So I'm sure his freedom. He has a new level of appreciation for his freedom at this point, and just in life, not even career wise. He's got to have a new perspective on it.
And I mean, we've watched enough prison shows and prison documentaries about booty monsters and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in jail. Yeah. I ain't trying to be in jail. I know that for a fact.
Yeah,
I just nothing to say, but nah. Nobody wants to go there, man.
Yeah, if I have to go to jail, you're gonna have to catch me. I'm gonna be on the run. Like I'm not going to jail, dog. I'm not going to jail. I'm not going to jail. That's not happening. Never. But I hope that he comes out and does what he's supposed to do. Now I wonder also too, because his brand was that what was it, the gang brand shit that he had? What was the name of the GS9, thank you, Brett. So the GS9, I know that they branded themselves on this type of lifestyle. I wonder how will he still rep them when he comes out? Like, how will this change things? Because that whole G9 shit was now looked at as being like almost like a RICO of sorts, of just one big gang unit.
I think he's still gonna rep it because the only reason he's doing them 7 is because his man. He didn't turn on his man.
Well, no. I know that. I'm saying in the sense of I know he'll still rep them. I'm saying musically and publicly, right? A lot of what music that he put out is what really got him here. Like, they use all of these records and said, hey, we're building a case against you. This is what we're basing it off of, these murders and X, Y, and Z. And it's based off of this G9 shit. So if you're, I guess my question I pose to you guys, if you're Bobby Shmurda and you come out of jail, are you still screaming the G9 shit? Is my thing.
Am I on probation or parole? Am I on parole? I should say.
You're. I'm assuming you would be on parole.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely on parole.
Then no. And when I'm off parole, I'll be more than happy to shout it to the top of my lungs. Yeah. While I'm on parole, and there's a even hint that I might go back to 3 hots in the cot. Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I would not do that. Like I said, I ain't going to jail. But but what he can do too to kind of get away from it is look at other pre-existing cases that are already done and make a song inspired from that case. And then he can't say like, so then he can say like, oh, it's not my experience. I made it based off of this experience, which is public knowledge, which is out there already, which is, so that's a way that he can get away around from it. Because if they're going to go based on lyrics, you can say that the lyrics were inspired by this mob or this whatever case or anything like that.
Yeah, but the justice system don't give a fuck about that. Like, you got to think about it now.
You need proof though. If it's not, if you're telling a story that you didn't do, they need proof in order to get you back in.
Yeah, you need proof, but they can still start to just, I guess, aggravate you with having to be on your neck with shit and having to, you know what I'm saying?
But like, they're going to do that already without the music. They're going to do that because let's keep it real. They do that with rappers. All rappers. Yeah. Rappers are targets.
Yeah. I wonder if the hip hop police are still around. I think they're still around.
Oh yeah.
So is hip hop still around?
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
They're still around.
And hip hop is bigger than ever?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, they're definitely
around. I think they probably got Offset.
Well, yeah. Segueing to that, fucking Offset arrested for possession of weapon and drugs, apparently. There's mad rumors flying around. First, people were saying he was on parole. Then we find out he's not on parole. Then they said he was still locked up. Then Cardi B tweeted that or posted or something saying that he's not locked up. He's home. It's like $17,000 bond or some shit like that. just unfortunate. Like, just given where he is, you know what I'm saying? Like, just had a baby, doing great with music, you know, like.
Just got married.
Yeah, and I know that there isn't really, like, we can't really speak much on it because there's so many rumors flying around. I don't want to say anything and just be, you know, that guy to be like, oh, yeah, he definitely did this shit. And then as it comes out, oh, no, that was not his gun.
Wait, what? Didn't that happen with, who did that happen with specifically when there was information that came out more? And it, like, I don't know. I know I'm sounding crazy right now, but there was either an athlete or an artist, and there's like mad people like saying, "Oh, this is what happened," and then more information came out, and it was like the Triple X situation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when they had that. Oh man, yeah, that guy, terrible rapper.
Yeah, there's a like. That's why like when it comes to when these come to these cases with police and stuff, like we gotta wait. We gotta wait and see what the deal is.
Oh man, Trump. Let's wait till all the facts are out. All right, let's just
alternative facts of real facts.
But yeah, that terrible rapper that they accused of killing Triple X.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're about to get him hurt. Yeah, man. So social media is dangerous because if you don't have all the facts, now you're accusing somebody that didn't do anything. Now this Offset thing, allegedly he had whatever. If you're looking at life behind the bars,
well, that's the other thing. They're saying that he's facing life, but now, and I know that who tweeted that? Karen Civil tweeted that, and she's obviously a reliable source, I would like to think. But now I don't even know if that's true, because if he's not on probation or anything like that, how are they going straight for life?
I mean, it would depend if he's a convicted felon and what he was convicted for in the state of Georgia.
But wouldn't the bail be higher than if he's a convicted felon?
That's what I'm thinking.
That's only $17,000 for a bail.
Maybe he has good lawyers. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what.
I know. We're just speculating. We're just speculating. I'm saying.
Were you there?
Yeah. Like, what did you find?
You were definitely hiding them trees.
But I do know, like, you know, the state, you know, down south below the Mason-Dixon line, you know, those laws are different, man. They're like you mess up as a convicted felon, you're looking at some real time.
Well, I just think in general, like. There's people that fucking will murder someone and get less time than someone that has a weapons and drugs possession too. So
there's rapists that get less time than someone who just deals weed.
I always find that to be so weird that you will lock a nigga up that just killed someone and give him 20 years or some shit, but then someone could have a gun or just a small possession, like your life in prison. You will never see the light of day. Like I never understand that whole shit.
System is messed up, man.
What's that, man?
Side note. There's a woman who just got probation for hanging a toddler.
Yeah, you seen that shit? I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
Probation. They gave Michael Vick 21 months.
Yeah, that
for killing
shit
some
is
dogs.
Crazy. That's retarded crazy. The other thing too, though, I know that they said that and again, this is alleged for the listeners and viewers, but they said that the gun that was recovered on that whole Offset shit, they said that was used in some crime or murder. Now, I don't know that that's legitimate. I don't know that that's authentic, but there's a lot of rumors flying around. If I'm, you know, like Offset and obviously Cardi B, I'm a little nervous, like. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of times people will take all of this information and then form a bias against you or form a case against you and already hang you before anything ever sees the light of day.
The court of public opinion.
Yeah, man. So,
social media.
I don't really know how all of that goes, but I hope he gets through the shit.
I don't. What do these young cats think? I mean, anybody in that position really? Like, if I have millions of dollars. Got a nice wife.
You don't give a. You out here wilding. Think about it.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But it's just like, yo, fam, why would you put yourself in that position? What do I have to prove to the hood?
But that's the thing. That's the thing what people don't get about just having coming from nothing and then getting something. It's the same thing with ball players. A lot of ball players are not really educated. They don't come from the humblest of beginnings.
Yeah, that one and done, and they go to class.
Yeah, and then they, you know what I'm saying, they don't got to go to class. They don't got to do a lot of things that most people, for lack of a better word, average people have to do. Let's call them civilians. What civilians have to do.
And I like average.
Yeah. And
Correct you real quick.
but that's the thing though. So you get these, you're afforded these luxuries. You're afforded being able to walk into stores being shut down. You're afforded being able to have people just hand you shit without you paying for it. You're afforded to be able to punch somebody in your face or in their face rather, and no repercussions happen. Yeah. So once you get to that status, you feel untouchable.
Yeah.
Freeway talked about it. Freeway said, yo, before I got sick, I felt like I was untouchable. I'm Freeway. Like, nothing is happening to me. No one is doing anything. I'm on top of the world. And then he gets sick, and then it's like, all right. Now your perspective's changed. So maybe, this is something that will change Offset.
Yeah. And also think about it. Like, a lot of times we see with celebs, like, and this is not even with celebs, it's with average people. Everyone thinks like, oh, that will never happen to me. They'll look at someone else and be like, oh yeah, that's never gonna happen to me. Or, oh, I'm careful with what I do. That's never gonna happen to me. And then you know what happens? It happens to them because people don't realize, like, people make mistakes, people slip up, but celebs, and we see it all the time. We see NBA players who are like, oh, I ain't gonna get messed up by some crazy chick, and then they get messed up by some crazy chick. Or they're like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna get caught cheating. Then they get caught cheating because they think that what they're doing is better than the other NBA player who got caught cheating. Yeah. So it's the same thing. But I also think that sometimes it's just a matter of being in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong stuff on you.
Well, that's the other thing. I'm sure more will come out with this whole situation. Yeah, that's terrible. But all jokes aside, I hope that this works out because, again, he hasn't really been in much trouble, at least to my knowledge, ever since, having to be in the music business, shit like that. So it would be really unfortunate to him start to become a father and do all of these things, and now this shit happens. That shit is crazy.
Slow down, young man. Slow down.
But even just segueing into the Scott Storch shit. Y'all saw the Scott Storch thing. What did y'all think about that?
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. $100 million?
Yeah.
The dude said he was just going, chilling in Monaco for the weekend just because. $100,000 flight, private plane. He said, I didn't do commercial.
Yeah, so for the listeners and viewers, recent, I guess it's being titled or deemed as a documentary on Scott Storch came out on just his rise to fame, and then just a little bit of backstory. For me personally, I didn't really like I didn't really like it. And the only reason I didn't like it is because I don't feel like it did Scott Storch justice.
Should have been longer.
Yeah, like the
20 minutes.
Shit is 20 minutes long. I feel like just in my brain viewing it, it went from, I learned how to play piano. I made a few hit records, worked with mad people, got hooked on drugs, made some more hit records, and that's it. That's literally how the shit goes. I'm like, fam, there's so many different records that people didn't even know that he did that you probably would never know until a full-length fucking documentary is done on him. Like, I just don't feel like it did him any justice. Now, do I think doing a documentary on him makes sense? Absolutely. Absolutely. He's one of those people that is a prime candidate of that life of, starting from rock bottom, working your way up, then you get everything that you fucking want, and then the music business, the environment, the people, the all of that starts to now become your demise. And I think him, going from just, doing some real drugs, like some other shit, to now, skimming it back and smoking weed and trying to get back into just being as creative as he is. I just think that shit just should have been longer.
Yeah.
I don't even know how he let it go out.
Didn't they say it was just a mini documentary?
Yeah, but if you're gonna do a mini documentary, I would allow. Okay, this is what I think. I think if you're gonna do something like this, it's better to do a deep dive into specific songs than to just have him on the piano and playing a few and be like, "Oh, this is the chord I gave out," or this no, that doesn't do justice. I think if they selected certain songs, maybe the ones that information people didn't really know about, that would have been more enjoyable. But some of those songs we already knew, and the backstory we already knew about the backstory too a little bit.
The backstory, nothing was impressive to me. I literally learned nothing from that documentary.
Yeah, and on top of that, I think that the one takeaway that you can get from this documentary is the fact that success is a hell of a drug.
Hell yeah.
That people are, it's crazy because everyone's always chasing success. But then when you get success, certain people don't know what to do with it. It doesn't matter how talented you are. Doesn't matter how smart you are or smart you think. Success can really fuck you up. And you can be looking at it as in like, oh, this is a great thing and I'm in a positive way. But if you're not grounded, like that shit will send you literally in the clouds, figuratively, literally, on drugs.
But even I don't even really deem it success. I think the business. Like a lot of people I don't think really understand what it means to be in the music business. You know, the life that you have to live. You're really compromising your soul being an artist. You really, really are. You're constantly doing things that you do not want to do. You're constantly eating very poorly because you're traveling on the road. You're constantly not taking care of your body, not getting the proper amount of sleep. You're constantly being put in a number of compromising situations, be it business deals or just your environment. Just your environment, you're compromising yourself. A normal person go into a club, do whatever you want to do, and just be cool. You, because you're the artist, have to now go spend. Oh, there's cameras in here. All right, let me go get some change from the machine. I got to make it rain. I got to buy bottles. I got to do all of these things to keep up with this life. And I think that as time passes, you start to it takes a toll on you. That's not an easy thing to do. People just think that it's because you see the finished product. Right? It's the same thing with this podcast. A lot of people just think that we just do this shit on the whim, but they look at a finished product and not looking at the groundwork and everything that you do to fucking get to this point to put it out. It's the same thing with music. It's the same shit.
But this is why I say that it's even bigger than music. It's success because let's think of it from this standpoint. Let's not even think celebs. Have you ever seen someone, one of your friends or someone you know, the second they get a taste of success, they lose themselves, or they don't fuck with you no more, or they're like, oh, I don't need you no more. There are people that don't know how to deal with success in terms of keeping who they are still the same, no matter what comes at them, no matter if they get a lot of money, if they get an opportunity. This shows that success, no matter what situation you are in, if you yourself are not grounded in who you are, it's going to fuck you up.
Definitely.
It's going to.
Definitely.
It's not. I agree with you to a point. Money doesn't change you.
But success doesn't have to be money, though.
True, but it is when that money is. It brings out who you always were. Money just exacerbates whatever problem you had. If you were a dickhead before, you was just broke, and I could just wave you off. Yeah. But now that you got money, I don't have to deal with you now. Yeah, whatever. F you, screw you.
But that's the part when I was saying, like, if you're not aware of who you are, or if you're not grounded in being a good person, or just being grounded and humble, it's gonna fuck you up, quote unquote. That assholeness is gonna come out on a whole level. There are people who are assholes but still good friends. I have friends that are like that. They're assholes. They're especially with sometimes when I talk to them, whatever, and they'll be like the very blunt one, and they'll be like straight assholes. But then there are some people who are super nice, but they are the worst people who are opportunists and don't give a shit. So it's just more so.
That's
I guess
disgusting.
There's tons of people like that. I've worked with so many people that just want to take something from me, and then once they get a level of success and they act like they don't know me, or they want to project their own feelings onto me about who they really are because they can't handle it.
Who was that Applehead?
I got the address. You want to go?
No, I'm not.
What the fuck y'all gonna do? Put them in the trunk? Like it's cool. We passed that. We good. But no, I agree. I really do think that's a really good point, though. I do feel like if you was always a corny dude, and girl, because there's a lot of corny women that get money too, that just move crazy. But I feel like once they get a certain amount of money, it definitely shows in who they are, and while you may think that they changed, they never really changed. They just got now access to this money, and that part of them changed. So, but I mean, overall, you just kind of, can you ever really prepare for that though? Like, I think, like even when you're creating and you're trying to build something and share it, right? Are you ever fully prepared on how it's perceived, and then how it changes you, and then the outcome of it all. You get what I'm saying? Like,
how can you prepare for that? Because that money and fame grants you, it puts you in places that you normally wouldn't be in.
Yeah.
You experiencing whole, like, nobody, when I go outside here, nobody's flagging me down to see the dogs on my shirt. Nobody cares about regular now.
Yeah, I can assure you, no one has ever flagged you down. I'm sorry.
I know, but I'm saying now, if we were on, one of those NBC, ABC, and we were out there weekly, and everybody knew who I was. It's different when I got to go out to my car and the woman of my dreams is just right there 10 times over. That's a different, no, I can't deal with that right now, than me walking down the block and somebody just, excuse me, sir.
Yeah, but I still just feel like
there's a level of preparation that you can take. Like,
I feel like there is.
How do you prepare for that? How do you prepare for somebody yelling out Aaron?
well, no, so first of all, it's not necessarily preparing for like that kind of level of success, but it's more so preparing yourself. Like, this all goes back to awareness and being aware of who you are. If you know that you have anxiety or depression or some issues, this level of success is going to heighten that. So you need to get that under control and figure out what your coping mechanisms are. That's why I feel like anyone who is aiming to be successful or who's trying to push to a different level, I think they should go to therapy.
Yeah.
I think because a lot of people aren't able to figure out who they are, be aware of their strengths and their weaknesses. And what happens is if you're not aware of your strengths and weaknesses, other people are, and they're going to play against you on that. They're going to use your weaknesses against you. If you understand and know, like, for example, you have anger issues or you have anxiety problem and high stressful levels bother you, then you can at least learn how to deal with them and cope with them and prepare for those scenarios. If you aren't, it can fuck you up. Yeah. So I think there is a little level of preparation that people can take when big success comes. It's just the problem is most people don't want to look at themselves in the mirror and look at the problems that they have inside them.
Yeah. I was looking at this documentary last night, actually, Robin Williams documentary, just because I've always been fascinated, especially after he passed. I'm a huge Robin Williams fan. And I was like, yo, I wonder what it was like. You know what I'm saying? In the sense of in the documentary, he talks a lot about, coming from a very broken home, poor home rather, but as he found himself being more comfortable being all of these characters and not being himself. Like, can you imagine what that's like, not really understanding yourself and knowing yourself to the point where now you're 5 characters or 9 characters, however many characters you play, you're now you care more about these created people that the masses love versus yourself. That's wild to me. Like, and for me, I feel like I really correlate that with music because it's such a big facade that you got to put up being an artist. It really, really is. I say it a lot. Like that macho.
Yeah, it's a mask.
Like that is stress in itself. So to hear him, and I didn't even finish watching just because I started getting depressed about this shit. I was like, all right, let me go watch fucking something else.
I have a question because you've been around artists in this process, and like we've heard that artists have utilized their music as therapeutic, right? Yeah. Do you feel like also and not saying specifically for artists, but do you feel that maybe that putting out their feelings or whatever they're going through in their music is sometimes not necessarily therapeutic, but more of a like a diversion, like to not deal with their problems? They feel like if they just put it on their music one time, like that's it?
Yes and no. Yes and no. I know that just for the artists that I've been around, it's therapeutic in a sense, like because it's the only place where they can feel safe in a sense. But they've never really addressed their emotions, like how they feel, how it's taking a toll on them. Like for years, I've said this often, mad times. And it's like a running joke. We would be sitting in the studio with fucking Joe, and he would say some shit. And mind you, on the car ride up, we good, laughing, cracking jokes, whole shit. And then we go to lay a record, and he says some wild shit, and now everybody is in the room like, hey, yo, are you okay? Like one of those things where, and he'll be walking, oh, no, I'm good. But I mean, obviously, as his story unfolded, he wasn't. He was dealing with drug addictions and all this other shit. But I say that a lot. Even for Royce, they were like being on tour with these guys. They had real problems that they were rapping about. And it's hard from a fan perspective and even from a friend perspective to kind of understand or separate that. Hey, this is lyrics, and this is like your friend. Like that something is wrong, and it's hard to decipher that because you're enjoying the music. Like, I almost felt guilty enjoying this music because I'm like, niggas is going through shit. You know what I'm saying? So
that pain make good music.
Yeah, but that's the unfortunate thing too. Yeah. Like, who was a prime candidate of it, and we all say it now, and it's a running joke. We talk about Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige, everyone hated miserable Mary J. Blige because she made the best music ever, right? Once Mary J. Blige got quote unquote happy, her music was trash. Per what people say.
Yeah.
Trash is that's a hard word. It was trash?
I'm not saying it's trash. I'm saying a lot of
you know how like fans now there's no in between. It's either good or it's trash.
Yeah, it's good or trash. I'm not saying that
those fans are stupid.
Yeah, Mary will never be trash. I don't give a fuck what you say. Y'all can make you can make as many memes as you want about her dancing. Mary has hit records, man, and is a certified legend.
Yeah.
But when you look at it, you're like, damn, we really take artists to be in a negative space and are okay with it. And the moment that they get happy, we don't accept it. Mm-hmm. It's really interesting when you get into that.
It's even beyond artists. It's even for athletes too. Like, for example, so I've seen experiences where like athletes were going through hard times, whether it's depression or something else, but they were able to channel it into their sport the same way that artists channel it into their music. And it's like a different level of intensity, especially if they're dealing with like aggression or anger problems stemming from some sort of scenario or anything like that. And then like the second that they're okay or whatever, it's like you're happy, but then sometimes you're not happy, and especially if they lose that drive, that aggression or whatever caused them to have that one really good game or whatever, then it's just kind of like, oh, well, what happened? What's going on with him? And then also sometimes they, like athletes too, they are very mentally strong, but they, like Kevin Love, they also deal with depression. I've been and seen a lot of professional athletes struggle with even like the fact that they have one game. Yeah. People are like at them, criticizing them, contacting their mothers. Like, fans are crazy.
Bunch of Twinkie-eating fans. That's why.
Like, it's crazy. Like, and this scenario is kinda, but sort of not really right. But I'm just using this so people can understand the extent. Like what happened with Kehlani and how everyone went after her and was calling her a slut, this and that. And they killed her. There are a lot of fans that do that with a lot of different artists and a lot of different players, and like to be able to see on the back end like really what the fuck's happening. I had a minor one happen to me. I interviewed this guy who is a poker. No, he does a lot of betting, sports betting. And he's won a lot. He bet won the World Series and got it correct. He bet college football and got it correct. And I interviewed him, and there's all these like secret, I don't know who they were, but obviously they didn't have their face on there. It's always those fucking tars that don't have their face on it. But it was those, and they were attacking me because I interviewed him. Like, oh, why did you interview him? Oh, you did it for Black Sports Online? You only did it because you're black. You're ugly. This and that. Oh, let's try to find information on her. Like, they were crazy. And I only had a bit of it, but like to go to the level of an athlete or an artist, like, fucking nuts.
I'd have been like, so what? Like, fuck them.
Oh no, I didn't care. I got called worse stuff on the soccer pitch. I got called monkey. Yeah. I had parents calling me the N-word in soccer.
I'm snuffing a parent. You're old enough to get snuffed.
No, my mom did. Bunch of apple heads. You gotta be the nice person, and you just allow your parent or someone else to be the bad one. That's what they do now. You get that one crazy friend to be the one that has to fuck someone up, and then you just pay their bail or something.
Yeah, I agree.
Bunch of apple heads.
Well, shit. On a lighter note, because I know we had to go deep on y'all and take y'all to church. Can I just talk about how I'm really jealous of this baby that was born in Chick-fil-A? He's gonna have unlimited fucking chicken nuggets and chicken sandwiches.
Do they give him like a card?
I don't know what it is, but whatever they have, I want it. This kid was born, and a job. The kid, a woman gave birth in a Chick-fil-A, and the woman is going. The baby, I will say, will now have an unlimited supply of Chick-fil-A, which I think Well, I have a whole theory about that. But if unlimited supply of Chick-fil-A, and once the baby reaches the age of 16, they are guaranteed a job at Chick-fil-A.
What was this on a Sunday? It was born.
Well, that was the other thing.
I was saying, if this is Sunday, that's a whole.
That's
new
a whole.
level.
Yeah, that's a whole new level.
Chick-fil-A is not open on Sunday, and they're gonna be looking at it as God's plan.
But here's my thing. All right, let's say that baby is not born in Chick-fil-A. That baby is born in White Castles.
I was like, yo, you was
Like, if the baby is born in White
It's
Castles,
gonna be one smelly ass child.
are you really feeling as privileged with Chick-fil-A versus White Castles? Even though, now, mind you, I'm down with the murder burgers.
Hold on,
I
but
fuck with
for the
White Castles.
cats out of the tri-state area. You might have to reference like Crystals.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Roy
yeah.
Rogers.
Crystals is the same thing as White Castles.
Yeah. Like, or Roy Rogers or fucking what else?
No,
What else is another
I don't-
chain like that?
I would not like White Castle. That shit
Murder
fucks
burgers,
up my
yo.
stomach.
I tried a crave case one day. I thought I was tough enough to get a crave case by my lonesome.
Nah, yo, the
Killed my
key.
stomach.
No, but all jokes aside, the key
That's
to
like
White
bubble guts.
Castles, the key to White Castles is not getting the onions on the burger.
Yeah.
Just mark my
So
words.
the onions fuck up your stomach.
The onions fuck up
Give you
your
bubble
stomach.
guts.
Yes, yeah.
The murder
You will be bringing the Browns to the Super Bowl. No questions asked. I'm telling you.
Yo, them murder burgers is only good for one day though. Like you can't reheat those.
Yeah. That's the only thing. But that's my point.
Oh yeah, no, you
when-
can't reheat even McDonald's. That shit's
Yeah.
nasty.
Oh,
Like-
McDonald's.
No, ooh.
I think that's why Chick-fil-A is just so fucking amazing, though. They do shit like this. Like, I can't think of one time where I've had a bad experience at Chick-fil-A. And even when it's slightly bad, there's always that one person in back of the person serving you, like, you can go to the back, sir. Hey, listen, I'm really sorry about that. I know he didn't smile and show all 32 teeth. Would you like some extra Polynesian sauce? We can make this happen for you. Like, they're always very nice.
I love McDonald's. McDonald's have been like, yo, miss, we closing right now.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If
You gotta go.
Yeah, if that baby starts to be delivered in McDonald's or Burger King, they're like, hey, yo, you have to clean that shit up. Put some paper towels on the floor, too, because we not clean that shit up. We
Craig,
up
Craig, get the mop.
You better come get this mop. Like, but that's dope, though. That's why Chick-fil-A, for me, is one of my favorite fast food chains, just because they really are a classy bunch of people.
Oh, didn't the CEO make like some disparaging comments though, allegedly, or was that actually
No,
true?
that was Chick-fil-A. They made something against.
Was it about black people or something?
No, they didn't agree with homosexuality and homosexual relationships.
But you know what? I'm not really shocked at that, just because if
They're closed on Sundays.
Yeah, they're closed on Sundays. That I can't think of what their religion that their company founder practices, but that's why they're closed on Sundays. So I'm not really shocked at the holy roly people not being open to homosexuality.
But the funny
and shit
thing
like that.
is, what's the dude that said hide your kids, hide your wife?
Oh, yeah.
That dude was like, yo, don't come for Chick-fil-A, man. This is before he came out and said he was straight.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, don't come for Chick-fil-A.
Wait, what you mean? He's straight?
Yeah, he's straight now. He don't
Wait.
he doesn't like men's no more.
Wait, hold on.
like men's no hey, gay.
Yo, yeah, I didn't hear that. He has like
I was talking about the video.
oh, yeah,
He's
the
like,
other
I ain't
kid?
gay. I don't like no men's no
I
more.
don't like men's no more.
Yo, don't ever move your shoulders like that. Damn, I didn't know that. Well, all right.
Yeah, that dude. But before he came out and said he was straight, he was just like, yo, don't come for Chick-fil-A.
Was it before or after he ate Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, I was about to say, because he low key was getting a lot of sponsorships. If I'm him, I'm sure Chick-fil-A probably threw that bag, and he was probably like, hey, yeah, I fuck with them. I don't even care.
I
if they
took a
don't
bite,
like me. Yeah,
and it was all right.
It was great, and I'm straight now.
Hey, yo. Yo, can you imagine seeing that shit on a billboard? Oh, it's just, that's just a wild billboard. What y'all think about this NBA 2K shit?
By the way,
in the rankings?
we support the LGBT community. By the way, we're just having jokes.
Yeah, gay people
gotta say that, because I don't want people.
I ain't got no judgment out of me.
Yeah, I ain't.
What you do in your bedroom is what you do.
Let's have Chick-fil-A all together.
Word. If you like it, I love it. I don't really care about that. But fucking, so NBA 2K ratings. A lot of people are upset. A lot of people are upset about this. How are we feeling about this?
My man
dude?
Ben Simmons got
Ben
87.
Simmons, yeah, Ben Simmons is mad. Joel Embiid is upset. I don't know if LeBron was really upset. I feel like he was really making fun of it. Like
I don't care.
He don't really care about that.
In
all right.
basketball years, he's like me. He's an old man.
Yeah.
He's 30, 33. Well, I'm 32.
He got his rings. He got $1 million endorsements. Like,
Yeah.
and he gonna
He's
be
not
mad for a 1 point
Man,
difference.
for what he does
don't care.
in year 15 at his age is amazing.
Yeah.
But he was more excited about where he had the clip that came up that had his son in the promo with him. He was like, yeah.
That was fire. But I read that a lot of people agreed with LeBron's ranking because they didn't want to give him the 99 because he switched mad teams. I was like, yo, that's shady.
Again,
Give that man his 99.
That's shady.
bunch of pearheads.
But my thing is LeBron really a 99 rating? Like, do you remember NBA 2K and NBA Live when like you would get like the special character like Jordan or Magic or like they were 99s? Is LeBron really a 99 rating?
What was Jordan in like Live 98? Because he wouldn't license his name.
Let me see.
He was like creative player, right?
He was a creative player. But
Yeah.
the one game where he was in the live game, he was like 99 or some shit like that. And that's when you got to play with the All-Star team or whatever.
Braun, his free throws ain't water. That's why they ain't give him. That's why I think he.
But that's what I'm saying.
That could be that 1% though.
Yeah, it could be. It could be 1%.
98 in year 16.
Yeah, that's not a really about bad
They're talking
thing.
about Melo taking a back seat.
Oh, some people don't even get to hit that 99 mark.
And side note, Melo got paid $28 million not to play. Dwayne Wade's knees is shot.
Yeah. Nah,
Yeah.
but he was balling once he got traded from
Once he came off the bench and he could rest and he's old man. He's like, oh yeah, I'm ready, baby.
I was like, he put his Bengay on and shit.
Yeah.
You were ready.
I'm ready. So for what Braun is doing, like it's gonna be year 16, 98. That's dope. Ben Simmons, I think they disrespected.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm Ben Simmons, I'm walking up into NBA 2K and I'm snuffing somebody. Somebody got to catch these
87?
hands. That's disrespect.
87 is not the issue. The 87 is Mitchell got 87 and Tatum
got 87.
Ben Simmons had more triple doubles, more points, more rebounds, more assists.
So what should the other ones been like? What, like 83?
Yeah, Mitchell for his second year, 83, 84.
Yeah, I got Simmons being at like 92.
Whoa.
92.
Whoa, that's
I would
high.
say like 89.
That's pretty high. I would say
89.
I would have left him at 87.
I got him I'm only basing it off of last year. I'm not talking overall. If you're talking last year,
he put up numbers last year.
he put up numbers. That's my point. He put up numbers last year.
88. There you go.
Yeah, 88.
We'll do 88. We'll do 88.
I'm going 89. Fuck y'all. Okay. But yes, I don't know. I just thought that was funny.
Yo, what would our rankings be for podcasts?
For podcast, well, I don't know.
Overall, the podcast itself?
Well, no. Us individually. If they made a ranking system for podcasts, all right, what would our numbers be individually?
There's no number. There's no number that can rank me.
Yo, what a scumbag answer. What a scumbag answer. I don't know. I'll probably be like 77.
With that shirt, you're 70.
My potential would be an A.
Yo, Brandon would definitely be in like the story player character mode. That would be Brandon because it's for the soccer FIFA one. It was a black dude. They gotta have a light skinned join. Probably would be Brandon.
If I'm keeping it a buck, I was that guy that always did the creative player shit and made myself and then was always 99. I was perfect in everything. Everything.
I ain't trying to be myself to be mediocre.
And I was 7-11 in that bitch shooting 3 pointers. I was the.
Can you imagine if I actually got like a 6'5'11", 190-pound dude on? I was not getting no buckets.
Yeah, nah. Anytime I used to play online with people, they used to see the stats and see. They used to log right off like, yeah, you don't want this smoke. My team was lit. I had the whole team, and all of them looked alike.
I'm talking to a guy who adjusts the sliders on Pro. I don't care. I paid $60 for that game. I'm winning.
I'm not doing that.
Wait, so if it comes up and says you're doing really well on this level, would you like to level up? You're just like,
negative.
Nah.
Yeah.
Swipe left.
Swipe left. Man, well, fuck that. What y'all think about the Glass movie? Glass movie trailer.
That's gonna be dope.
I'm excited.
Well, I'm more so excited because there was rumors that Split 2 was coming out first. And then when this trailer just came out, the clear blue sky, I was like, oh, this shit's about to be lit.
Yo.
Well, the main movie cover, the poster, that shit, I was like, yo.
Yeah, I posted it.
All I saw was the picture of Samuel L. Jackson as Mr. Glass with the fro and shit. And I was like, wait, huh? I'm like, he went in Split too. And I was like, oh, wait, what's happening right now? I'm like, oh, all right, they about to get to the shits. So for the listeners and viewers, if you've ever followed the series or of movies, I should say, first movie that came out was Unbreakable.
Yep.
And
Bruce
that was
Willis.
with Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson. And the second one came out was Split. And then what was the guy's name that stars in it?
James McAvoy.
James McAvoy, correct. So now the same director that did both of those movies, and if you've never seen those movies, they're really, really good movies, especially if you're comic book fans and movie fans and shit like that.
Yes.
Really, really dope movies. Yeah. They're now making a third installment where both of those movies are going to be combined, and it just looks really, 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 really good. I'm excited for this movie.
I'm really excited, especially for, I forget the movie character's name for Split, but like that one scene where he had the toothbrushes and there was a lot of toothbrushes. I was like, yo, he just added on like way more personalities.
Yeah.
Like that is crazy.
Yeah, he had 23.
He had 23,
Split.
yeah.
If you haven't seen Split, I suggest just go watch it because James McAvoy does an excellent job.
An amazing job of playing fucking 12 people in one movie. Like,
And having to like switch in a second.
Well, split. Yeah, having to split personalities fucking in literally a few seconds, to Erin's point. He really does an amazing job of that movie. So I'm excited about this.
What do you think the role of the girl's going to be in this movie? Do you think that she's going to be more on the Glass side for the villain side, or do you think that she's going to be on the hero side? And then who was that boy, too, in the comic book area?
That's what I can't figure out. So I'm trying to figure out what her role is, because she's fucking being the doctor for all three of these people. And then
the woman's name is
she's the one that was in the
Anna
OJ
Taylor-Joy.
Anna Taylor-Jones.
Oh yeah, the girl. Yeah.
Anaya?
Who's in Split? Yeah.
So yeah,
Anaya
she played Marsha Clark in the People vs. OJ shit with Cuba Gooding Jr. and everyone. So if just to give you guys a point of reference, but and I think she does a really, really good job of that. I wonder where her character falls, because she's very difficult to read in this trailer. I don't know what's happening. I don't know whose side she's on.
You're thinking of Sarah Paulson.
Who's Sarah Paulson?
You're thinking of this woman.
That's the same woman.
Yeah,
No, I was talking about the girl in Split who was let go because he saw that she had flaws just like him.
I'm talking about the trailer. Yeah.
And because in the movie Split, obviously, like if you haven't watched it, I mean you guys have, but for our fans, she was let go because he realized that she was scarred just like him, and she was imperfect, but perfectly imperfect.
Yeah.
So, but my thing is, if he let her go, does that mean that she's more on his side, or is she going to be kind of in the middle? Or because then it's like, then it'll be like what, 3 against 1?
Well, the other thing too, if you're looking at this trailer, she doesn't believe that any of them have powers. That's the other thing too.
Sarah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Sarah Paulson doesn't believe. Sarah Paulson,
the doctor.
The
Yes.
doctor.
Sarah
The doctor.
Paulson, I'm gonna tell you like this right now from watching that. Sarah Paulson's role is not gonna be that huge. They're talking to her. They're gonna tell her a story. She's in it. This is a misdirection.
Yeah.
This trailer's a misdirection.
That's what I got to.
The other girl, her last name is Taylor Joy. She's gonna be a villain.
Yeah.
She's gonna side with James McAvoy.
But how soon? Is it gonna be something where it's like you think it's gonna be towards the end, just kind of like how that kind of like crazy twist happened at the end of Split? Do you think she's gonna be like converting over the end?
It's gonna be like in the middle of the second act towards the third act, like towards the end, like you said, towards the end, right? That's going to be the turning point.
Yeah.
That's going to be the obstacle that Bruce Willis has to overcome.
I'm calling it now. I think that the scene that we see in this trailer, I think it's already the end of the movie, and they're going to bring us back to what happened. That's what I think.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I think they're already captured, and now she's trying to dissect each one of these minds, including the dude's name, James's minds, because he now has fucking a million personalities, and I think she's just trying to piece it together to understand why they feel like they have powers, and that's when the story is going to begin in this movie.
He does have powers.
I know that, but she doesn't know that. So
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else. So the character Casey, I think she may secretly have some powers or something.
Yeah.
I think because there's like obviously her relationship with James's character, you know, we all know that. But if she's gonna have a more reoccurring role, and it seemed like there were scenes where she was running from something, or
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be one of those situations where like a crazy event is gonna invoke her and like make it come out of her, and then she's like, oh crap, I didn't know I had this.
Yeah, something is gonna happen with that girl. I haven't figured that out yet.
M. Night Shyamalan is good with the plot twist.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to have a twist. Yeah.
That misdirection he masters.
He's genius.
What was the one?
Genius.
The Village? Or was it called The Village? Where they were like,
in Pennsylvania.
yeah, in Pennsylvania, and had the creatures, and then
Yeah.
she jumped
Yeah.
out, and it's
Just
freaking
fire.
20.
Fire.
You know, I was like, wow.
And then when Sixth Sense, I See Dead People.
Yeah, Sixth Sense. But he,
Classic.
Nobody saw that coming.
yeah.
No.
Nobody saw that.
I 100%
dead.
did not see that shit coming.
I was like, damn, Bruce is dead. He's a ghost.
The
What?
whole time I was like, he's not real? So
And they're
what do you-
talking?
What do you mean he's not real? What's that? No one sees him? Like, what the fuck?
And it's crazy too because they were talking. It was a dialogue, but they were like,
Yeah.
"Nah, they weren't talking to you." And it's like, what?
That whole shit for me, I went to bed mad. Like, how did I not see this coming? How did I not figure this out? How did I not figure this out? I was really annoyed.
Was
about
there M. Night Shyamalan movie twist that you were upset about?
The only one that had me angry was The Village with the people. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that Village one got me
It's like, well, you
annoyed.
motherfuckers in the Pennsylvania?
it. Yeah, when I really think about that ending, that did kind of.
And those
me off
whack ass
a little.
costumes
And
for the creatures. I was like, what?
Yeah, yeah, that probably got me mad. I guess for the fans, let us know what was your worst movie blip that you've seen, where you finally get to the end of the movie and you're like, that cannot be the end. That can't
Justice
be
League.
the end.
I'm just gonna put that. My fault. I got a lot of anger.
Tell us how you feel, Nas.
Yeah, word. I guess you can enter in the comments and I
Yeah, fucking Justice League.
yeah, but let us know what you guys think. Is Stevie J Faith wrong for finding love? What do you guys think about Bobby Shmurda coming home? Do you think he'll be hit or miss? And then what do you think about Cardi and Offset and all this whole big thing? Which I don't think that you guys will really be able to give much input because there isn't really much to tell. And then Scott Storch, do you think this documentary should have been longer? And do you think it did justice, just knowing Scott Storch's history of music and creation? And then tell me your fast food chain that you, if you could choose, you would want to be born in, I guess.
Chipotle? Does that count?
Yeah, you'd have it like a south of the border baby.
Wow.
What?
That's the south of the border baby.
Wow.
I don't think Chipotle is definitely not south of the border.
It's Mexican, no?
It is like gentrified Mexican food. It's definitely gentrified Mexican food. That ain't even real.
We have
Mexican.
quesadillas.
That's the best gentrified Mexican food I've ever had in my life. I fucking love
we have
Chipotle.
quesadillas.
Word. Let us know what you think. Yeah, and stop charging for extra guac. Let us know your thoughts.
It's mad about extra
Word.
guacamole.
I'm Brandon Killabh, y'all.
I'm Erin Ashley. Oh, wait. Follow us at Grassroots Pod
shit, yeah, I
on
forgot.
Instagram and Twitter. Grassroots Podcasts on YouTube.
Yeah.
Join our group chat. The group chat link will be in the description.
Yeah.
Be sure to subscribe and also do the notification. We drop on Tuesdays. We're also looking at dropping on Fridays. Sorry, we told you late. My bad.
Yeah.
But we're dropping on Fridays certain days, and then some days we'll only drop on Tuesday. So stay tuned. And yeah, my name is Erin Ashley Simon.
I'm regular Nas.
I'm Brandon Killabh Hall again.
We out.
Grassroots.